Talking about exciting games, I'm hoping that this is what we're going to be having. We drop on Miramar. The plane path is going to be through the northwest towards the southeast. Pretty centralized. Most teams can get what they want, except, once again, Katana. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get Campo Militar. They haven't got in like the past, what, like 4 or 5 games, I think, on Miramar.
Hey, look, it's in their hearts. Even if they don't make it there physically, they make it there in their hearts. But like, I want to see another El Pozo finish. To be honest, I do. I want to see another city finish in Miramar. I loved it. I loved when the teams in the 6th phase, we had like about 30 players left, and it just went absolutely crazy. I also love the way the teams did deal with that kind of situation.
Because that was Group B, yeah. So I want to see how Group A would deal with that.
Exactly. But yeah, Dust Pilots, they're landed a little bit kind of split, which is okay for the early stages, but it is in center circle. Going to be curious as what this phase 1 circle will give us. Is it going to be center? Is it going to be north, south, east, or west? I'd love it for it to be north up by Campo Militar. I would absolutely love that, just for Katana, just be like, well, this is our ground, we're fine.
Yeah, because they know that prime location for Angry Kids is going to be dropping split. Okay, in early game on Miramar, just get back together towards the start of phase 1 and phase 2. Oh, you asked for north, it's going to be complete south. The circle does not like you, Imperium. I'm really sorry, my dude.
It's okay. I'll let you away with it. It is, of course, Los Leones is going to be heavily occupied within that circle. No teams will really want to go there other than the teams that have landed there. So you're going to have a lot of the mountainside on the southwest and some on the kind of northeast. Is going to be favoursome for these teams as they look to rotate. Stellar are in a prime position to move in without any trouble at all and get a nice solid compound for themselves building up into future phases.
Yeah, so one team that's going to be really happy actually is going to be the likes of Rewap. They got the coastline that they like to play on the edge. I think that here on the southern section, the most interesting thing is to not go straight for the coastline. Is like you talked about the mountains. Like the mountains are always going to be way easier to defend because they're so high ground. And just once again, scouting information, you've got a bunch of compounds that are pretty nice to defend. So aiming for those instead of like the straight up coastline is going to be way more valuable. So here, Rewap, I think they can try and reconsider a little bit how they want to play this early game and maybe just set up shop early in a good positioning in the top ground.
It's going to be tough for the likes of DOS Pilots. The reason why is because even though Miramar map is big, they haven't got a super duper easy entrance into the circle. If they go down full westwards, they're getting close to the likes of 3D Max and Stellar. If they go kind of directly into circle, they're heading right into Ferrari Breach. If they go northwards, they're heading in the direction of YMCA and HeartShift. So DOS Pilots, it's definitely going to be a little bit tougher for them. They might even want to wait a little bit longer and see and scout out where the teams behind them are shifting in and what direction they're going into circle.
I still think they're going to be safe. The reason why is because Ferrari Breach always had a really big history of rotating always super early away from Picado, even if it is in circle. They always go for center circle. So I think we're going to see a rotation from Ferrari Breach coming out really, really soon. So I still think that they still should be a pretty easy entry point for the likes of Dust Pilot if that does kind of happen, and I can see them kind of moving on the map right now. So no big surprise. Last crew, their team that also got a nice location to work with. Let's see if they can hold it. 3D Max, they're going to be pretty close. Also, they got a nice entry point through the northern west section. They got the compound of Nuevo. And just a lot of these teams have a nice rotation point, but it's just if you have an easy rotation point if you rotate first and early, then you might have a little bit of teams trying to shut down your rotations in circle because you've got so many compounds on the edge.
Yeah,
you can't just get a lot of information from them.
But the good thing is that the teams that are kind of in the circle on the edge, like the Ferrari Breach and Stellar, as you kind of pointed out, they're moving closer into the center of the circle, so it gives a bit more freedom for the likes of DOS Pilots, 3D Max to kind of get into the circle without any real issue. Picado's now kind of free for the likes of DOS Pilots to move into. But that comes with its own troubles down the line as the next circles will come through.
Stellar, team that we're struggling, I think I can allow myself to say a lot. They're going to try and make it through. They are pretty split 2-2 and kind of a 2-2 split.
It is 2-2 split.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit closer, Kaz and Beamy, so they're going to do that 2-2. Katana, they rotate from really high up north. They have a nice road at entry point. Actually, through the west, you can just like goes through the entire side. They might get close to the last crew. But they should make it close up on top.
Well, they could actually go into the southern island through Los Higos and then go into the mainland from the bridge. That could be an okay entry point for them. I think 3D Max are doing something similar to that, only going on the coastal road by the mainland. So we'll see how Katana deal with that, because last crew are actually a little bit down from them.
We're talking a lot about rotations, so I got to say once again on stream, guys, if you do want to check out the dedicated map stream for PEL, do type in chat !map, and you will be having a nice juicy link to click on, and you will be able to check out where your favorite team is rotating to. Always quick math. I'm having car issues, god damn it.
Always make sure you go right click and open a new window as well on a side note, guys. On a side note, you know. Don't turn away from the main broadcast, you know. Yeah, it always seems to happen to kind of quick math. Actually, that reminds me of in yesterday's games where we saw 3D Max push into compound that 4 angry kids were in, and 2 members of 3D Max took each other out with vehicles. And you can't help but think that if that hadn't have happened, would 4 angry kids would have won that game? Because it would have become a 4v4 fight as opposed to 4v2. It makes you think. That's why, like, the little actions, the little moments like that, it makes a difference. And it did give 4 angry kids in that situation so much more freedom to secure that squad wipe on the 3D Max, to take them out, and then they moved on and they got the chicken dinner.
So I talked about earlier on the west side, that rotation of Last Crew and Katana coming on through. They are actually really close together, and you had a few shots coming out.
Yeah,
Katana.
Exactly.
But now Max is all. He got out. Doesn't have that mini. It's going to be great. Miramar and the mini go hand in hand.
Go for the wheels.
Yeah, go for your wheel if you can, but they're going pretty fast. They're going a little bit left and right. But though that one member of Last Crew in the back, it's going to be AKA Skills. He might get caught out, as a lot of the members of Katana got out of cars, and they're ready to spray him down to the ground. He's still got to try and rush out. Wait for me, guys. Wait for me. What's happening? But here it is. Yeah, AKA Skill. He's going to get completely battered by Max is all confirming that kill in the distance. And they can easily get 1 juicy point out of that.
Yeah, it's clever, simple play from Katana. They stuck together as a team. They got a little bit ahead of Last Crew. They were able to take 1 member out.
Right, Breach and DOS Pilot are going to be a little bit clapping. Back and forth. They do find POLLADERUC. A little bit, I can see Imperium's sigh, and he's like, oh, the DOS Pilot, not again, please. I want to keep them up.
Because I feel like they just need to play a little bit safer. I'm all for getting a compound, but with so much area around kind of Picado and La Bandita, and even kind of on the edge of Las Leones, it might not be the most clever locations to hold on to, maybe in the long term, but if you hold on to it in the short term and put your team in the position where they can get placement points 10, 15 minutes down the line, I just think in DOS Pilot's situation, where they are close to the top 8, they just want to extract as many points. But, you know, 1 knockdown is not going to be the most painful thing in the world. We'll make that 2nd knockdown. That's definitely going to be a bit more painful.
Yeah. Remember this compound from a game a few days ago? It was over by Stella, actually, and they hold that so well because that compound is a plateau, and you got like visibility north, west, south and east, and you get a lot of visibility all around the map. So that's great for Ferrari Breach to set up shop in that location, so just kind of like scout out and kind of set up their next future rotations for the next phase. It's about to close up, actually.
And I was right about the rotation going through the Southern Island, although it wasn't Katana.
Oh, no.
It was Last Crew. And if they make their way into the mainland now, they can actually find a prime actually, no, Stellar actually going onto it. The real estate, in my opinion, that is prime inside the circle is looking to be occupied by Stellar. But there's still a couple of locations to the north of Rewap, of course, where 3D Max are, even though they're a bit split, is a solid place to hold on to. What are Last Crew going to do? How are they going to respond as they make their way over the bridge into the mainland? That's a nice solid 3.5 out of 5 jump coming out from Muck.
You were about to say 10. You were going to be very harsh, weren't you, on that jump? But yeah, I think that here rotating early is a really smart play. We saw
there you go.
a team.
Oh no! Look at Noki. He's like, no, get back.
Yeah, but like, I think that here making it through, you're pretty sure it's not going to be an island-like finish on the other side. So making it through the compound is always going to be a smarter decision. We saw this exact circle actually for Group B a few days back in Imperium. So it's going to be really nice to see how Group A can actually deal with these kind of rotation, how they're going to shift, how they can try and find the compounds. Because these kind of finishes are actually really, really interesting. You've got a lot of kind of high ground to work with, a lot of compounds especially.
And because there's still water involved that is taking away that land location inside the circle, you still have 63 players, which means they're going to be cramped up a little bit tighter than normal circles.
Inside games, they also find another compound on the high ground for themselves. A few teams going to be rotating pretty late. It's going to be Katana, Funky Kids, Unity, and also Milky Way. Milky Way and Unity, they might be clapping a little bit.
Clapping.
Yep, but another rotation going to be shut down. Is DOS Pilot Rita going to be put under fire by Inside Games. They don't quite get that finishing shot, but yeah, a little bit of peak. They have to try and find a little bit more defensive positioning. They are in circle. They're pretty safe for now.
They're kind of, and they have high ground. And they have high ground, so
they should try and pick that fight, but like they seem like they're a little bit like backtracking a little bit, but they can try and take some shots. Like they definitely can try and do that.
I just don't think they need to at this point, as we do see Just White knocking down Mike from HeartShift. Will that be a kill going over? Will he be able to get those shots off? Or will it just be a knockdown? And see, that's the thing.
They can shoot, and that's fine.
They can shoot now, but they didn't really need to when they were out in the open.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But now that they've repositioned, those revives did come through onto the likes of POLLADERUC and Rita from earlier on. As Mans does a kind of knockdown. Yep.
Yeah, it should have the res. Unity, they're going to be pretty far back. LXG and HeartShift, they're going to be clapping. HeartShift, after winning last game on Military Island, was their first chicken dinner.
Well,
Phase 3, they're losing their first member. Mike, that was kind of trying to scout, but scouting in like such an open field is, I think, is always going to be a risky thing to go for. And LXG just took the opportunity to get that knock, probably going to turn into a flush. That's quick math. Going to find Celis from Stella and takes that kill instantly, but they're clapping back and find EduCoz in the process. 1-for-1 trade overall.
No, because their EduCoz is on Ferrari Breach, so it's a bit of a 3-squad fight coming out between those teams. But quick math getting a kill onto Stella will definitely help their overall points position. That shift is actually down in the south. Is it going to be an island finish? Is it going to shift down to a small, tiny island over the bridge? That's spicy. I feel bad for these teams, to be honest, because it's not easy navigating and rotating through at this stage of the game. We're in phase 3, and like I said, we still have 60 players alive. Like, that's not easy. It's tough. You've got to make a decision. But then again, these teams are competent. They're well put together. They'll know what they need to do.
YMCA and Funky Kids, they're both on the east. They're going to have to try and find a nice entry point. Talked about it. Shifts and rotation at this point are going to be really complicated. Inside games and also DOS Pilot, they're going to be clapping. Rita going to be instantly taken out of the picture. Milky Way going to go for the boat move to go through the southern section.
Okay.
Is this the risk? Is it going to be mainland? Is it going to be on this piece? Is it going to be on this island? It's a risk to take.
It's a risk, but I also think it's actually quite safe because when you think about it, the majority of the teams that are moving up from north, they're going to be on the coastline. Like Milky Way are in a strong position in the overall standing, so they can afford to take a bit of a risk, right? But it's still actually a safe risk because no teams are around them.
It's just safe for now, but if it does rotate really far away, that's when they're going to get in trouble. But here it is. 400 Kids are going to be put under fire by YMCA, but Unity also in the back could try and get involved if they want to.
Nice.
Havokki does clap back, finds Kajuti of YMCA. Zampeek going to be taken down by the blue zone. And now there's going to be, I believe, 2 members remaining on YMCA. Yeah, there's going to be 2 members. Going to be Turbo, Banani, and Sakura. And 400 Kids, they saw they got that. They saw the YMCA shifted on the left side with that 2-2 split. And that's just 2 easy points to try and get into that top 8. As a lot of fights happening right now. Havokki got taken down by Turbo, Banani. And this is a... Maybe at this point, 400 Kids should have stayed a little bit closer together. But YMCA, they just don't want to really stay involved that much. Trying to find a better position. RonnieKray finds Sampula. Nice, juicy point instead of going down to the blue zone. That would be a waste, you know? So easy points for us. Turbo Banani going to do a run for it. Got a compound. And Sakura not waiting whatsoever. He's just going to try and get to the circle. And you talked about it earlier, like the shifts now, because you also got so much water, the team are going to get closer way faster.
That's why I think it was wise for Milky Way to do what they did.
They're safe now, yeah.
We do see Tornado Energy has a compound on the very coastal line of the southwest. Katana are a little bit higher up, but a little bit more westerly. The new Ferrari Breach quite close to Tornado Energy, popping shots off in their direction. But this is Unity. This is HeartShift going up against each other. HeartShift, the winners of the last game, have a high ground, have a compound, and are pinching Unity in the blue zone very effectively.
Yeah, Unity, they lose orange. Can the rest come through? No, because 4 angry kids in the distance, they find Quizzy. The rest will not come on through. And that'll actually Unity. They only have 1 member remaining. Is going to make it through the water. And the shift is actually going to be pretty central, high up north. But look at all these kills coming on through. DOS Pilot, CTR, POLLADERUC, they're going down 1 by 1. InsideGames are absolutely popping off. It's going to be only Lipsin remaining this time around against a pretty stacked squad of InsideGames, and 3D Max still going to try and take a few shots in their direction. Molotov going to be coming out just to try and maybe slow down the aggression.
That's going to connect. That's got to connect. No way it does not connect.
Ooh, grenade connects on the... Oh, no, that was not a grenade. That was a flashbang, but...
Oh, no. Nearly putting Lipsin down to 50 health. He's prone down. Do they have another grenade? But they're going to be facing against 3D Max, who are... also outside the circle. LXG are just down south from 3D Max, so these teams getting very close together as a wrong from Rewop. Get the knockdown of the fuse from LXG, pushing them back a little bit because Rewop, they're inside the circle, so they don't have to worry about where they are. They can just pop shots off in every direction they can get their hands on.
Fine kids, Havokki going to go down to the blue zone. A lot of teams going down to the blue zone on the very far east because there's so many teams stacked over there.
Phase 4 as well.
It's getting really scary. And once again, the phase 4, that's when it starts to tickle a little bit more than it should. LXG, oh, here it is. 400 kids going to be shut down because once again, the blue zone just being way too much. And YMCA still have that 1 member Sakura remaining. So actually, they come out on top of that skirmish.
Kind of,
technically, because they're still in, they're still 1 member, but they don't go out in 16th position. 3D Mac going to find LXG and NXLE. And they're going to try and also find Fuse from Rewop. Gets the shot. And now there's just a lot of action.
Oh my God. Look at Milky Way. They've turned around. They were like, okay, look, you know what? We're going to get on another boat. They were going to head in onto the mainland, but they realized there's Katana and Tornado Energy popping shots off in their direction. So they've turned back, gotten into it, but not before GG from Tornado Energy has found Ostring, gotten that kill, putting Milky Way under more pressure. Noki takes down YMCA, who go out in 15th place.
Yeah, there was a 1v1 happening, but now Furax, Noki, they're going to get involved. They find just what from LXG. LXG going to be an EX team remaining. Got to try and make it through down the rocks, but a few teams have actually a nice angle on him. If they do scout him out, that might be the end of HeartShift. Yeah, exactly. They can take him out of the picture. And 3D Max again together, but actually InsideGames, they're getting involved high up north, and they do get shoved down by HeartShift, as we just mentioned, but now 3D Max, as I said, Phantom going to be knocked away by InsideGames. Zampeek and Odstrelovac going to find a pretty good angle overall. 3D Max,
there you go.
Furax and Solo got to try and get a little bit closer together. Noki just way too far to try and get involved. Nice shot coming out from Solo, but they're going to clap right back. It's going to be down to now that last member of 3D Max as Noki. He's going to try and get back to make it a 2-team advantage on their side, but still HeartShift, they're taking shot after shot.
Of course.
This is like phase 4. And I'm pretty sure that Noki, if he does find a big health pack, that could work out for him. He does get back to 75% HP, but still, I'm not sure that's going to be enough for 3D Max to make it out because HeartShift are pressuring them both so hard.
That boat play from Milky Way did not work out. They got taken out by both Katana and Tornado Energy together. InsideGames get eliminated in 12th place. Now it's only... Actually, no. 3D Max, yeah, they're still going, but Noki is outside the circle. It is going to be phase 5. Tick damage is going to do a lot of work. He's going most likely going to lose his life, but yeah, last crew Rip does get a kill onto Furax, which is going to be another kill point in the favor of last crew.
I swear we had this exact circle for Group B at some point. But yeah, Noki, unfortunately, Phase
Not
5 take
easy
damage,
at
just
all.
way too much. And HeartShift, that position was really great. I don't know if they made it to try and like set up shop like that for the long term and actually shut down the rotation from the east because so many teams were setting up camp over there. So that was a great move
Well,
from them
it
overall.
was a bit calculated. It worked out. It was inside the circle, but now they have to try and go across the road. There's no real compound. There's a couple of hills that they can kind of, duck behind, but you've got Last Crew there. You've got Ferrari Breach in one of the only compounds inside the circle, and that beach side is not going to provide them much protection by the sea as DOS pilots do get eliminated in 10th place. I was really worried about their position at the start of the game from phase 1 onwards. They got into a heated exchange with InsideGames. 3 of their members got taken out. It was only Lipsin, and they pushed through as much as he could, not getting into placement standings, being eliminated in 10th place.
Yeah. Unity, Spooky, you can see in the distance through the bridge. He's going to try and make it under through the water. He might actually get a nice turnaround and a surprise factor on top of HeartShift. That'll be huge for them. The high ground is going to be taken over by the likes of QuickMath, Stellar, and also Team Rewop. So they can try and kind of dictate a little bit what's happening, which team try and rotate, maybe try and find a few shots, but just also that information is going to be really valuable for them to know where they can actually try and set up camp. Because most of the compounds, actually, not most, all of the compounds, sorry, are taken over by some teams, Stellar, and also Ferrari Breach they have, and also Last Crew. They all have compounds under their control. It's going to be great for them to kind of dictate what's happening.
It's going to be tough for both Stellar and Rewop if the circle shifts down south, because they have to try and go downhill, as well as QuickMath also, and they're going to be going down into the path of Ferrari Breach, Tornado Energy, and Last Crew, and that's going to be very, very tough, because not only is it 3 squads that they're going up against, but those 3 squads all hold essentially southwest, central, south, and southeast locations. So it's kind of like wherever they kind of look going downhill, there's most likely going to be somebody shooting at them.
Snoopy here trying to avoid the fight with HeartShift, but he's gonna go right on the beach here if he does crash here. So he is still in circle, so he can just stay in the water like that. That would be the safest position.
I don't think anybody kind of expects
they don't know
somebody to be in the water at this stage of game in phase 5. And if it is, it's only going to be one person. Therefore, you're not really going to be focused in that direction, right? You're going to be looking, when you're FBI, you're going to be looking essentially in a kind of a 180-degree perspective. As Circle Shift has gone northwards, it's favoring Stellar, it's favoring Rewop. Even Last Crew still hold their compound inside the circle, but will they make the play to actually move upwards to try and find a more secure position in the center of the circle?
As Last Crew, they do find HeartShift rotated away from under the bridge. mjyoh is going to try and rotate away with the car. He finds a little bit of a dip to work with and defend himself with. But unfortunately, they lost Kowo. The res is trying to come on through from Nihanas as he does almost bleed out to his death. But they do have that rock. The card, it explodes, so no worries with that. But yeah, mjyoh got taken out by Ferrari Breach. Okay, with that grenade. Do confirm the kill. Get that point. Snoopy, though, he's almost going to crash on the land. He knows where Rizu is. Can he get in and steal that kill and get back in the water? That's what he's going to try and aim for. Snoopy, huge play. There it is. He has no idea whatsoever. Misses out the flush, unfortunately.
What the hell?
Time to flush.
How did he miss the flush?
Snoopy's going to try and get to the rock, but that's just way too risky. And
How did he miss the flush?
No. He missed those few bullets right after.
Feels bad, man. But now he'll either secure the flush from the bleed out, or it will get taken away by HeartShift. I don't think it's going to be taken away by HeartShift.
Oh.
Nice. Melman knocks down Washout with... That's going to be a Washout. There you go with the grenade. Wishy-washy as QuickMath, the 4-member strong, trying to fight and hold on to this top 8 position. Katana are still in this game. QuickMath are still in this game. They are 8th and 9th respectively. 4 Angry Kids, they went out early on. So they're not going to be fighting too much, or they're going to have to wait for the next game, should I say, before they try and claim more points to get closer to the top 8.
Also to say that Unity did not get that point.
Yeah.
He did get denied away, so that's unfortunate for him. But still, getting a little bit high position.
Can't
even though they
believe
didn't get any points
that.
overall. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
either way.
that was a little bit like where you're aiming for the rock. That's not great. But
Oh,
yeah,
well.
Rewop the high ground, Stellar, and QuickMath. QuickMath, actually, what would be great for them, in my opinion, is to maybe try and breach it, the compound. They're going to wait to see what the next phase is to see if it's worth it. And if it is in circle, they can try and breach on top of Stellar.
Well, Stellar are kind of exiting away from that compound,
Kinda, yeah.
thinking it's going to be away from them, but they're still holding on to the edge of it. And that's the thing. Rewap have exited their compound, obviously, because it was outside circle.
Okay.
As oKKo finds
Flash.
on top.
Yeah, you have to go for the flush, I think, there. If you
True, I agree.
Because as the last man, like every point is going to be important, especially for the likes of Ferrari Breach. They need to try and get in that top 8. Next phase, going to be closing up. Where's it going to be located? Katana. They're going to be put under some quite a bit of pressure, but Res will be coming out from Tornado Energy to get back to a 4-man squad. Still some road involved. Pretty good for the likes of Tornado Energy and HeartShift, but they're going to be getting closer and closer as Katana, they're making it through the road, trying to attack and flank on their left side. The members of Tornado Energy is going to get pretty close, and you see that Kamke is going to try and lead the offensive on that one, and backtracking instantly, like, okay, no, I don't want to really pick that fight now.
It's like, it's so tough because 3D Max are just being pinched. The reason why they went to the left is because they have the lip of the hill that they can at least cover behind from Quick Math. But now with Tornado Energy having the lip of the hill by their side of the road, where they can peek, they can shoot up, that's why it's so hard for Katana to hold on to where they are located.
One grenade, GG, or another. That's going to be actually a flashbang. It does get him, but unfortunately they don't follow up on that one. Also, they can't because they make it through the road. There's no way, so still.
It was just try and push back.
Yeah, give them a little bit more room, maybe to try and maybe go a little bit higher on top of the mountain. At least it seems like that's what Kamke is trying to do.
If Kamke can go a bit more direct westerly and be on the hill a little bit, while still being protected against Tornado Energy, it's going to be tough. That could be a good play for them. But as I said, it's going to be very tough as Nihanas gets knocked down. Example turned his direction. There's a reason why he's the top fragger, or I believe actually, sorry, the third top fragger so far with 43 kills.
Stella, they're getting clapped by Rewap. They're getting pinched actually by Quick Math. They're going to try and get involved on the side, but here it is. Stella going to be taken out of the picture, but now here it is. Rewap, you're going to have to deal with the full pressure of Quick Math after this 3-man party. 2 knocks getting away.
No.
E1 going to try and find the res on maybe one of those.
That's not going to go.
Yeah, that's not going to go well at all because they won't have time to get the 2 res back up. There's going to be a 4v3.
Quick Math?
Potentially, actually, no, it's going to be a 4v2. Here it is. So last round, Tornado Energy going to be clashing, but here it is. Quick Math pulling off the offensive. They do find the first one on top of Guess Who instantly flushed out. And that's going to be, unfortunately, the end for the few members of Rewap. E1 going to be the last side for Rewap. Can they make it on top? They don't have the high ground. A few smokes going to be coming on through, but still a few shots from the lower ground will be happening. Quick Math, they're still in circle now, but the next shift might be dictating what happens to them.
And they're still E1
he's still
going for Rewap, so that could go against Quick Math as they've just turned around and kind of gone, okay, it's not wise for us to push that a little bit too much because the teams down below, we have to be aware of them. That's the thing. It's so hard for Quick Math. That's why they did such a good job initially of pushing onto Rewap, because they had to get as many kills as they could.
Katana down to 2 members. They're going to be losing Max as well. Kamke going to be the last member remaining. Does flush out. Example, that's going to be great. Nice. If you find the other flush on top of Tornado Energy, that'll be good. A Rest could potentially still come out. They are in a dip. If it does have a smoke, that'll be kind of a good play. There it is, HeartShift, the last member remaining. Is going to be Kowo. We're going to try and find an angle. But yeah, last tree was the last member remaining was Rip, taken out in 6th position. Kowo still, after that hard rotation from under the bridge, they're still up in the top 5.
True, but now it's Ala GG against Kowo 1v1. Ala is peeking from the south, trying to find that angle. But Kowo's there, moving his way up northward, just trying to find that better angle of protection. All the while, the rest of his team are being taken out one by one because then Solonzo was able to get that kill on to Mailman, leaving Compot and Ala GG, the only 2 members of Tornado Energy alive, and they turned their attention on to Kowo.
Yeah, puts Kowo pretty low. Ala GG, do you have the information on that one?
Does he have another one?
I don't know, but it was chucked over by Quick Math. Quick Math still the 4-man squad. The only 4-man squad remaining is going to be a 4v2, v1, v1, v2. That was a lot of numbers right there, but here they're going to try and find the peak. Does get the nice shot. Tornado Energy going to be taken out of the picture. HeartShift in 5th position. An extra point and also extra positioning point. But Quick Math, they are going to be huge winners potentially this game.
Quick Math or actually Tornado Energy. The reason why is it depends on, obviously it all comes down to this next circle shift and where it's going to go.
you see it?
Well,
You
actually,
did
no,
see it.
it's going to close out. The centre of the circle is going to be where Quick Math are. So they find the perfect angle. Compot takes down Ewong. Rewop go out in fourth place. We're down to 3 teams. Quick Math, Katana, Tornado Energy. And when you think about the fact that Quick Math and Katana are fighting for that top 8, this could not get any spicier, any more exciting, Max.
I'm not sure. Does Quick Math has the information on top of Katana? I think they do.
They do. They have an idea.
Vigorant and
They have an
Cilantro are
idea.
looking in their direction. So they've got 2 teams to take care of at the same time. It's going to be a 4v2v2. Smoke will be coming out on top to try and make it up the ground. Compot, be careful, that was a Molotov, trying to push them back a little bit more of the defensive positioning.
Reposition.
Compot going to try and force up. They are now to the safest position. They did make it through the road. All the teams made it through the road now, so that was the hardest. Now it's going to be important to see how their micro mechanics can work out. Can they connect those shots? Can they get the flushes and turn out tides of this 4v2v2 scenario in their favor? That's what Katana and also Tornado Energy are hoping for. But they are actually doing a kind of a 2-2 split where 2 members are aiming for Tornado Energy and 2 other members are aiming for Katana. That's a great way to split your forces at this stage.
Well, when you look at the statistics, Quick Math are higher up in the kill feed with 99 kills. So when you look at the aggression, they do have a more of aggressive playstyle than Katana. But that's not going to stop the 2 members of Katana, Kamka and Maxi, from dealing out the damage if they get the chance. It could go in the favor of Tornado Energy simply because of the fact that they have the hill to their protection. They don't need to go that close to the likes of Quick Math and Katana, and they can allow them to take each other out and then come in and pick up the pieces as the peaks come through from Ence Alonso. With that, again, trying to find the shots off on the Maxi Zord. Doesn't quite connect for now, as Maxi Zord does prone down that blue zone. Yes, that phase is not going to treat them too nicely if they are exposed to it.
Yeah, Katana, they're getting pushed over the edge, but here it is. Tornado Energy Compot going to find 1, going to try and find 2, gets 22 damage on top of the other member, but here it is. Quick Math, they're going to try and get them on the right side. It's going to be Katana out in now 3rd position. 2 teams remaining. It's going to be now only Tornado Energy and Quick Math. 2 members down. It's going to turn into now a 2v2 scenario. Actually, a 2v1 scenario, and it's turning the tide of this fight on its absolute head. Tornado Energy, GG, and Compot going to do a 1-1 split, trying to find different angles. On the left side, it's going to find 1.
No way, it's Lonzo!
Down to 1v1 against Compot.
Oh my God!
He takes it away
What
in a 1v2. Quick Math finally coming out on top on Miramar.
What a play for Quick Math. I cannot believe it, but Tornado Energy nearly took it away. They took down Quick Math 1 by 1. Katana, unfortunately, they were down to 2 players. They were a little bit more exposed and they got taken out in 3rd. But man, what an ending to that Miramar game. Ridiculous.
Quick Math, they were losing members 1 by 1 by 1, and then Ence Alonso, he did exactly the play, stayed prone. You got to give props still to Tornado Energy. That 1-1 split was great, but they didn't do it at the same time, and 1 member went first, it was GG, got knocked, and then the other member, Compot, went last, and he got knocked too. If they did it at the same time, I'm pretty sure Tornado Energy could have took it.
Yeah, of course. But, man, all that's going to do is just help Quick Math's cause to secure a top 8 spot.
Top 8, yeah.
Such a close game. I absolutely love it. I love PUBG. I love PUBG, Maxon. Ridiculously exciting. It's amazing. Like, I remember casting the Contenders promo stage for the teams to determine going into phase 3. And Odstrelovac from InsideGames on the last game was just phenomenal, and that was excitement in itself. So seeing this come through in phase 3 it's so good.
It was so good. That was like Snoopy, the kind of questionable.
How did he not
attempt to a flash grenade coming out on top of Washout, Washy getting washed out of that game, and you can see there's so much fight happening on the eastern side. They struggled so much. We had like maybe 6-7 teams on that eastern side. So many teams that unfortunately struggled that and suffered the rotation. But then HeartShift, I still got to give it like huge props once again. I've said that a lot, but like huge props to that team. They had one of the hardest rotations, but here it is, the fight that came on through. Stella, they were struggling a lot. 3-man parties by Quick Math. And Katana and Maxi. So he did get knocked, but Govra is back up actually by Kamka earlier, which was great. Turn the tide of the fight. They still got a 3rd position. Katana, they're also a team that are on the verge of getting back in that top 8.
So
it's Quick Math and Katana. Like how is that going to work out?
Like it was, of course, the majority of the points went over in the favor of Quick Math.
Obviously, yeah.
So that's helped their security a little bit more, but it hasn't put them in a position where they're definitely safe, of course, because there's still 5 games to go. You got 1 more today in Zampeek and then the final 4 games tomorrow.
Yeah. did find a nice shot, but unfortunately, when you were jumping, your bloom is a little bit
And
expanded,
plus-
and he did hit a little bit in the
Plus,
ground.
because Alonso was prone down, he was just a little bit less exposed, and he was able to get that final blow.
Especially like jumping. I think that's like the
Exactly.
bloom is expanding really highly. But there you go. How many teams got 0 points? Unity, Milky Way, MYMCA, Esports. Unfortunately, 0 points going their way.
And there are actually 3 teams in the top 5 or 6.
Yep.
So it's kind of interesting to see these teams that have essentially kind of secured their spot. You know, allowing the other teams to actually score more points. Because look at this. Tornado Energy, they got 14 goddamn kills. 14 kills. Finishing this game with 20 points total. Quick Math getting 7 kills. And that chicken dinner putting them in 17 points. But, man, is this going to be the actual Cinderella story of HeartShift?
Yeah, they're getting
Making
there.
their way into the top 8. Yes, Quick Math securing more points is going to hurt them a tiny bit, but when they're looking to overtake the likes of Rewap, Stellar, DOS Pilots, 4 Angry Kids, it's certainly helping them.
Yeah, you can see the kill leader is going to be Compa, is going to be Alia GG. Obviously, on the side of Tornado G, like once again, all those kills, they've picked fights against HeartShift, they picked kills against Ferrari Breach, against Unity, against Katana, against Quick Math. So many teams that get involved in so many fights in the mid to late game. That's the only reason why they got so much damage. Look at Compa, almost 1k. Same, for example. I got no words right there. It's just absolutely outstanding performances from start to finish.
Absolutely crazy. And we still got one more game to go. We still got Sandhawk for your lovely eyes.
Yeah, it's going to be coming out in just a few short minutes.